vicious against rappers, they all look the same to him. They used to beg him not to egg him on Halloween. He told him holler back with the suede Pumas, dollar green. Nah, I mean, heat it up till the temperature tarball. Y'all just gawk like gargoyle.
Yo, it's Kenzie. Welcome back to the Kenzino channel. I don't know if you've been on Twitter at all recently, but the rapper I Love McConan, he posted a video of himself literally flipping burgers on a grill. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. There ain't a damn thing wrong with that. Bro fell off and he went and got him a job. Instead of getting a job that he can just get, if he just stayed still trying to be a rapper, literally going in debt because he didn't want to be seen working a regular job, y'all niggas would still be on his ass even more. Let's see what Blackyspeakz got to say about it.
Now, I Love McConan is a name a lot of people haven't heard in a while. Back in 2014, his song Tuesday blew up so big that
didn't like this song. I'm gonna be so honest with you.
Drake jumped on a remix, and that led to him signing to Drake's record label, OVO Sound. That co-sign changed everything for McConan. Tuesday went viral, and suddenly, he wasn't just a bubbling artist. He was next up. A hit record, a Drake remix, and a spot on one of the biggest artist labels in the game.
This is Drake. There's no way this is real right now.
From the outside,
what? Drake remixed this song without asking him? That's crazy.
It looked like the perfect come up, but fast forward to now and things look very different for him. These days, McConan is actually working a regular job in a kitchen, something he posted about recently. Now, the last time we spoke about McConan was back in 2023 after my little face reveal. McConan had gone on Instagram and called out Post Malone, Metro Boomin, and Sway Lee. He basically said that these were people who turned their backs on him when there wasn't anything for them to gain, but suddenly wanted to be buddy again after he linked up with rapper NBA Youngboy.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, nah. I remember this situation. It just basically is another one of those situations that proves that the music industry, nobody's really your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, your celebrity tokens is basically what buys you respect. You know, if your career is ice cold, these niggas will do you dirty and not think twice about it, bro.
And what stood out to me the most about that whole moment was that, you know, McConan wasn't coming off as bitter. He was just being real. He was saying, look, this is how the industry works. When you're hot, everyone's around you. When you're not, people disappear. And if
that's just part of life. That's just how a lot of things work, but definitely the industry.
If you get some buzz again, suddenly they will.
Everybody's going to fly back and then be like, oh, yeah, I always fuck with you, man. Like, nah, bro. That's why they hate Youngboy, because Youngboy don't really fuck with that system, but he still manages to stay popular.
Now, the other day, however, I Love McConan posted a video on his Instagram revealing that he now works at a restaurant as a chef.
I'm literally at work type shit. Look at all these people out here. You know what I'm saying? If you need me to come guest chef at your motherfucking spot, holla at me. Let me know what city I'm coming through, cooking up. So if y'all need me to pull up, let me know where.
I ain't trying to be mean, but it's like this dude a little, like, I don't know. That was that was like
type shit. Look at all these people out here. You know what I'm saying? If you need me to come guest chef at your motherfucking spot, holla at me. Let me know what city.
He definitely talks like a pretty boy. I'm gonna leave it at that. Like a femboy.
So if y'all need me to pull up, let me know where.
This clip ended up going viral, and naturally, people had a lot to say about it. Some of the responses were the usual, damn, he didn't save his rap money. That's crazy considering how big Tuesday was. But I think the situation is deeper than just he fell off or...
But he lost a shit ton of weight, though.
You know, he's broke. There's a bigger story here about what happens when the industry moves on from you and how artists end up redefining success on their own terms. So first of all, that particular record was released under Drake's record label, OVO Sound, which he's not on anymore. And that also means he most likely does not own the rights to the song. Cause
that's crazy. You signed away the rights to Tuesday, my nigga. They'd have to cut my pinky finger off to get the rights to that. What?
Drake was on it. That's an educated guess.
Didn't McConan make the beat too? Like, who made the beat to that? I Love McConan produced the beat. You produced the song and you gave away the rights. Sunny Digital and Metro Boomin, you helped produce the song and you gave it away. I'm not gonna lie, McConan, you tweaked out for that gang. No shot, nigga. If I made the beat, bro, you would have to get it out of my cool dead hands.
Yes, based on what I've seen, so that would mean that the majority of the revenue from the record most likely went to Drake's
That's
record
crazy,
label. I could be
bro.
wrong, but again, that's an educated.
I feel like that's definitely because I feel like Tuesday was so huge that you know what, there could be other stories for behind the scenes as to why he doesn't have any money now, like any of the rap money, at least from what I could see. Jesus, I hope he didn't, bro. I hope he didn't. If he gave away the rights to that song, bro, I love McConan. Dumb as hell. Not gonna lie.
Yes. Now, a little bit about his situation with Drake, by the way. Alan McConan spoke about how OVO Sound was apparently holding his music back. He had a bunch of music ready to go that was supposed to drop in the summer of 2015. That didn't see the light of day until November of 2015, that same year, when McConan self-released the music. But by then, the moment had already passed and the momentum was gone. Before things went south, there were already signs of tension. Old tweets resurfaced where McConan had joked about Drake in 2011.
Damn. McConan, bro. Yo, you can't bro. You can't have tweets like this and then have a video of you falling on the floor laughing, crying because Drake remixed one of your songs. That's crazy work, gang. You're not a real hater for real.
Calling one of his songs lame. Now, McConan back then said it wasn't personal, just a playful little shade, but after that, things started to shift in the dynamic between him and Drake. And the strange part is that while he was signed, he barely even spoke to Drake. In interviews, McConan said that he'd seen him here and there, or maybe not at all. He was asked, "Do you still talk to Drake?" And he responded by saying, "Here and there. By the time this comes out, I'll probably see him 6 more times or no more times." So that whole deal was probably not the best situation for him. But then again, he became famous after that song dropped. So in a lot of ways, it is a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
And plus, he was very young when he signed, and a lot of artists just don't have the knowledge of what it means when they sign those.
Yeah. Like, boy, what I'm saying all the things that I'm saying about labels and stuff and contracts now, but like real talk, if I would have got put in that same position when I was like 16, 17, yeah, nigga, I would have signed my full government, would have given them my social security and everything, bro. What? A record deal? That's crazy. But you gotta really have like a lawyer read the contract and explain all the legalese to you and break it down to you in the simplest terms before you agree to anything. At least that's what I would do, bro. I'm one of them niggas. If I gotta sign a contract nowadays, I sit there and I will actually read that contract, bro. You're not gonna catch me off guard with nothing. I remember I was working at this job. They handed me this thick ass packet for contracts of papers to sign to apply to the job and stuff. Nigga, I sat down in that lobby and I went through every page. Skimming it and reading the passages that looked important. Like, they didn't expect my ass to be there. I was there an extra 15 minutes doing that shit. Boy, you're not gonna catch me off guard.
Contracts, unfortunately. Now, when it comes to this particular story, though, I want to give him a round of applause. A round of applause for McConan, man, because there's a lot of people questioning how someone who once had a song with Drake that was on the radio, ended up getting hundreds of millions of streams, is now working a regular job. But honestly, I think that kind of reaction is really presumptuous. Because here's the truth. Not everybody wants to spend the rest of their life chasing charts, fake friendships, in an industry that only values you when you're hot.
Yeah. Who was it? It was either Jim Jones. I think it was Jim Jones. Somebody said, make enough money to where you can get out of the industry. You don't want to be in a position where you constantly need to stay in the industry to get the money. You need to get enough money to where you can do your own shit outside of it and get out. Cause let me tell you something, bro. If you don't got connections into the industry for real, like you family with certain people, or like somebody who knows somebody, that type of deal, yeah, no, bro. Them niggas is gonna be like vultures.
A lot of artists stepping away and finding stability in something else isn't a downgrade. It's a peace of mind. Also, people don't even know if he's employed full-time or what his situation really is. But from the looks of it, it looks like he's basically a chef at a restaurant. And I think this actually sets a great example for the youth. If you need to provide for yourself in this world, okay, you're going to have to go out and get it, regardless of what people might say about your situation.
Facts. At this point in time, bro, we don't even know why he's there. He could just be there just because he wanted to get extra money on the side. Like, there's a chance that he might not be broke at all. He just rather go back to work than like go back to the industry, and I can respect it.
Now, for most of us, we're not going to have to worry about people spotting us somewhere and taking pics like, oh, look at him, he's working at Walmart, he's providing for himself and his family, right? Trying to clown you for providing for yourself, that's crazy. However, if you had...
I remember Young Dro, he was being a Uber driver, and them niggas tried to expose him for that. I thought that was fucked up, bro. He wasn't bothering nobody. He's just trying to make his money.
The kind of success that McConan once had and Pop.
Like if he was if he went to slinging and he got caught up and locked up, bro, y'all niggas would still say he wasted his time. You know what I'm saying? It's a lose-lose situation.
Popularity, that's obviously a different story. And that unfortunately highlights one of the unfortunate things social media has done to a lot of young people. It's created this warped perception of what it means to live a good life or what success is supposed to look like.
Yep.
If you're not constantly showing off money, cars, or fame, people act like you failed. Let's also not forget that the reality here is that not everybody in the spotlight is really getting money like that. I mean, a lot of your favorite lifestyle influencers and entertainers are drowning in credit card debt, sometimes in the millions. And on top of that, a lot of them have unpaid taxes stacking up. That's very common amongst people who, become self-employed.
Because you don't want to pay them taxes because you can't afford to.
Specifically through social media. And those taxes can easily run in the millions as well. So when you see people online acting like everyone in the industry is balling, I mean, just know that the truth is most of them are living way beyond their means.
Some of them are really good at pretending like they got it all there. That's literally their job, to present themselves as an interesting figure to you. So some of them are quite literally know the exact way. Some of them literally know the exact way they have to act online to appear a certain way. Whole time niggas is in crippling debt, be about to go into the Fallout 4 shelter bunker, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm specifically talking about the people who've made it their identity to show off, not someone celebrating their accomplishments. Honestly, in this economy, it is a blessing just to have employment, period. If you're able to make a bag and provide for yourself without asking anybody for anything, you're already doing way better than you think.
Yeah.
Trust me. There's so much unnecessary pride out here these days. And a lot of people think that being normal is bad. Like, I don't even really understand.
Was that McConan?
Out here these days. And a lot of people think that being normal.
Oh my God, bro. I can't take this nigga serious.
Normal is bad. Like, I don't even really understand that. But people have been brainwashed by social media into thinking that working a regular job is somewhat shameful. And it's like, we gotta eat out here, right? Like, most of us don't come from money, okay?
If you really are the type of nigga to make fun of somebody for having a job, like, you know what I mean? What are you talking about? When's the next time you gotta clock in? Oh, okay. Yeah. We
didn't have anything handed to us. And the sad part is that this is exactly why scamming has gotten so big these days. There's a whole group of people out there who don't want to get money the honest way because social media has convinced them that a regular job isn't good enough. That's why during the pandemic, or should I say the bandemic, we saw those PPP loan frauds go crazy. If you don't know what that
I can't. Ooh, the PPP loan frauds. Oh my God. Y'all remember them Forex niggas? Oh my God, bro. The Forex people, dude. Like, literally, the whole thing that I always said about it is, what were they actually selling? You know what I'm saying? Like, from what I can understand, Forex, you literally, like, were the main source of money was selling people courses on how to sell the courses. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. I was like, yo, get this bullshit out of my presence. I might got that all types of messed up, but that's what I boiled it down to in its most basic components, bro. You're selling lessons on how to sell lessons. You know, like that's what I was like, what are we talking about?
Is PPP loans was a paycheck protection program. It was set up in March 2020 during COVID to help small businesses cover payroll and expenses when everything was shut down. In just over a year, the program handed out more than $780 billion to nearly 11 million people. The loans didn't even need to be repaid if you follow the rules. But here's where the fraud comes in. A lot of people lied on their applications, stacked loans from different banks, or spent money on things like cars and jewelry and, you know what I'm saying, like looking good instead of actually spending it on their business. And that's why you saw so many cases of PPP loan fraud blowing up during the pandemic or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you get a loan that you don't even have to pay back. But instead of using it for what you're supposed to use it for, you just use it for personal things because you think niggas is not gonna check that paper trail, baby. That's crazy. You really think the government is gonna let you have free money and they're not gonna watch you like a hawk? You're crazy.
But I said the pandemic.
You're crazy.
Even a lot of popular influencers and entertainers ended up getting caught up in it. That really became a very normal thing back then. It's crazy how a lot of people would rather resort to scams or even worse, robbing people in real life instead of just clacking in. So when you have someone like I Love McConan who's not afraid to be seen working an honest job, I think that's very commendable, especially in this.
I don't think he should have posted it himself, but I feel like he did that because he didn't want to get anybody else the chance to do that to him.
Social media generation where everybody is obsessed with appearances,
images,
flexing, and trying to look like they're always up. McConan's story is a reminder of what authenticity really looks like. And honestly, we need to see more of these kinds of stories highlighted in a positive light. And that's why I'm obviously here. Because there's nothing wrong with working, providing for yourself, and living life on your own terms, as long as you're not hurting anybody. If you don't got to ask nobody for nothing, then you're doing good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people would rather project a lifestyle that they're not living instead of just being comfortable with the reality of their situation.
Exactly. And y'all, you also got to take into effect that, like, prices, inflation is insane right now, bro. The housing market is the worst it's ever been. You know what I'm saying? All of these different expenses and bills are increasing in cost, but how much you're making stays the same. The minimum wage is still $7.25. What?
Never be ashamed, and I mean never be ashamed of your situation, because people don't really know what you've gone through to be where you're at. Only you know that. So take pride in the fact that you're doing what's best for yourself, for your family, and for the people around you. At the end of the day, that's what really matters.
Yep.
Keep running up a bag and keep moving forward. Once again, I want to salute McConan for being real, because we need more of that.
Yeah,
okay, we definitely
for real.
need that. Anyway, what do you guys think about this McConan?
I think McConan is a real ass dude for that, bro. Facts. Just like you said, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to I Love McConan. Tuesday, I didn't like it, but that doesn't mean I didn't like you as a person.